I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to another episode of Bgsn. I'm Malachi.
And I'm Cody. Today we will take a look at our first segment of Jake's Complaints, and we will look at more information about the upcoming Spirit Week.
But first, here's Jacob Hale with your weekend weather and sports.
Good morning, Hornets. The weather for tonight's football game is going to be quite chilly. It will be about 63 degrees around the time of kickoff. The rest of the weekend looks good, though, as Saturday will be cloudy and will have a high of 73 and a low of 55. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 82 and a low of 62. And as for the Labor Day holiday on Monday, it looks like the weather will be great with a high of 87 and a low of 63. Plenty of good weather to enjoy over the 3-day weekend. That's it for weather. Now for sports. Starting tonight, a new procedure has been put into place for the home games. All students in grades K or kindergarten through 8th grade will be charged a $2 admission fee to get into the games. In addition to this new entrance fee, those students will also be required to be accompanied by an adult or they will be denied entrance. Also, no one is allowed to stand in front of the railing that is in front of the parent section. Anyone is more than welcome to sit on the east or west end of the bleachers. Tonight's football game will be against Speedway at Sparkplugs at 7 p.m. The theme for tonight's game will be toga. If you need a tutorial on how to tie a toga, please refer to yesterday's episode of Bgsn. You can find the channel on youtube.com at youtube.com/user/bgswarmed. And finally, tomorrow's boys varsity soccer game will be facing Mooresville High School at 9 o'clock a.m. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
The drama department is getting ready for their fall play. Here's Tristan Jones with a story on how they are preparing for the set.
The fall play is coming up in about a month's time. In late September, the drama department will put on a play called Boeing. Drama department head Mr. Bush talked to me about how much time he has put into making this set.
We started it in June, and I spent pretty much every weekend in June working on it, and then we started back up again in August. So since school started, I've probably spent another 4 weekends on it. And then I just kind of work on the weekends, sometimes work during the school week, but it's taken a lot of hours so far, but it's not all the way done.
I asked Mr. Bush about his inspiration for the set and his ideas about how to put it together.
At first we needed to design it, so I researched some designs online from other productions at different theaters. I also looked up different types of shows that would have a similar set to get some ideas. And once I settled on an idea, I kind of drew out a floor plan for it. Met with Mr. Abel, who's been helping me, and we discussed the best way to build it, the easiest and cheapest way since we don't have a lot of money to spend on it. And so then we designed it, and then we've come in and we've been working on the design that we made, and just we kind of make one piece at a time, and then at the end we just kind of fit all the pieces together and hope that it works out. So far it's looking good.
The Pan Am cast of Boeing will perform on September 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The Continental cast will perform the following week on September 28th, 29th, and 30th. For BGSN, I'm Tristan Jones.
Today we have a new segment for you called Jake's Complaints, starring Jacob Hale. Take a look.
I hate that. I hate that. Chances are you go in the lunchroom and there's no ketchup or what have you in one of the dispensers. It's empty, and it gets on my nerves because it's like, you know, you have, like, I can almost understand last year because, like, it was just one after the other, 3 lunches, but now you only have 2 lunches, in which case, like, I'm sure you can take a break to refill them in the middle of the lunch period, because plenty of kids are willing to wait for you to fill up the ketchup. And in between, I hate when I'm the first one to be lunch. I walk in because the TV studio is right next to the cafeteria, and I walk into the B lunch, and I go get my chicken, and like I go for ketchup, and there's none in there, and it's like it's even worse. It's even more unexcusable this year because there's even a 5-minute in between A lunch and B lunch to where one of them could easily have filled it up. It just gets on my nerves.
Homecoming Spirit Week starts next week. Each day will have a different theme leading up to the homecoming game on Friday. Starting on Tuesday, the theme will be Pajama Day. Wednesday will be Character Celebrity Day. Thursday will be Throwing It Back to a Different Decade with seniors. Recreation of the fashion of the 1920s. Juniors will have the 1960s. Sophomores in the 1980s, and freshmen to dress like they're in the early 2000s. And finally, on Friday, the theme will be Black and Orange or class shirts. As a reminder, even though it is your Spirit Week, your outfit still must be school appropriate.
Today is the last day for you to order your class shirt for juniors. If you are interested in ordering one, you can buy one in the lunchroom. Long sleeves are $15 and short sleeves are $13. The girls' varsity soccer game was last night, and they won by 7 against Broad Ripple. Here's Bree with more.
We won 7-0.
Who'd you play?
Broad Ripple.
How did you prepare for the win?
We practiced hard every day, worked as a team.
What are some of the reasons that you guys won yesterday?
We played shutout offense. We had 7 scores that game. Alyssa Chrysler scored her second hat trick of the season. Stephanie scored her first goal. And Maya, and both the Mayas contributed a goal. And Cameron.
The girls have won their past 2 games. Their next home game is Tuesday at 5:30 against Whiteland. Be sure to come out and support your Lady Hornets. From BGSN, I'm Brianna.
The girls' volleyball team played Danville last night and had a disappointing loss. I went out and got more info. The Beech Grove Lady Hornets volleyball team is off to a rough start this season. They had a game last night, and we interviewed Tiana on how it went. Did you guys win or lose last night, and who did you play?
Well, last night we played Danville, which is a really good school. They're 13-0, they're undefeated. We played as hard as we could, but we ended up not finishing strong. But we definitely did play a really good game. We kept up with them.
We then asked the varsity player on how the team is going to improve for their next game. What are you guys going to change for next game?
Well, Coach is definitely working us a lot harder in practice. We're going over things slowly, making sure we understand everything, and next game, hopefully we come out and win.
She then went on to tell us about the team's chemistry and how they plan to change things.
So we haven't really been the best in the start of the season. We have a losing season right now. Our chemistry is definitely there, but we just need to put it all together and work together as a team. And the harder the team that we play, we definitely step up our game. But we just need to learn how to start strong, keep building strong, and finish strong.
From Beech Grove High School, I'm Malachi McGuire for BGSN News. Caitlin Bowser is doing a book drive to donate books to the younger students that have an interest in reading. Garrett has a story.
High school senior Caitlin Bowser has decided to start a book drive for the younger students of Beech Grove. She is looking for books from pre-K to 6th grade. She is also looking for books in different languages, such as Spanish or French.
And so I wanted to make sure that students have the opportunity to be able to read at home with their parents one-on-one. So by giving these books out to all these kids and their parents, they can have more family time at home and improve their reading skills altogether.
This will be at South Grove Intermediate School's gymnasium lobby. The books will be distributed mostly at Hornet Park and Central, and this will be held Wednesday, September 6th at 4:30 to 6 p.m. If you are not able to make this drive, you will be able to turn them in at any school in the front office. I am Garrett Norcross from BGSN.
That's all for this episode of BGSN. I'm Malachi.
And I'm Clay. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to make sure you are notified every time we go live. And follow us on Instagram at BG Student News.
Have a fantastic Friday, Hornets.